So, how are you?
Hi, it's a pleasure
Yes, it is. Pleasure's all mine. So, this is very exciting for me.
for
First
me
time in English. So, Linda, I have to settle down a little bit.
to give
So,
it a sec.
okay, tell me, how long have you been in Suriname?
Almost 3 years now.
3
In
years.
August will be 3 years.
In August,
Yeah.
3 years. And did you learn to speak English in Cuba or?
No, well,
Oh,
I've been speaking English since I was around 8 years old. Why? The story is kind of funny. My grandfather, he was a doctor. He's a pediatrician, and he went to Namibia on basically those Cuban medical missions that they go and help out other countries with doctors and stuff. And he came back speaking in English, but his accent was so terrible that I wanted to be better than him because I used to look up to him. So I started learning with his books and stuff. And I was speaking English like it was really easy for me to learn. I used to watch movies without subtitles and music videos, especially music videos.
music videos
Yeah.
in Cuba.
Yeah.
Okay, so you learned all this from music videos, movies, and books,
Yeah.
and you taught yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but do a lot of Cubans speak English?
No, not really.
No?
Okay, it's basically the same thing as you guys. You guys here get Spanish at school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So almost none of you speaks fluent Spanish.
No, not really. Yeah.
You see what happened there?
Yeah.
So yeah, we do get English at school, but not everybody learns it.
How is it in Cuba? Because throughout the years, I've learned not to trust the media
Oh yeah.
because a lot of things are shown and said, but you don't really know what's true. So, how is it in Cuba? What is the situation? Is it that bad or
Now it's literally terrible.
okay?
So the power cuts are, I don't know, over 20 hours, 20 something hours
What, a day, a week?
a day. A day. You get like 2 hours of electricity.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what time is that? In the morning? In the evening?
Well, it's throughout the day. So it's,
Seriously?
yeah, it's right now the situation is terrible. Everything is getting dollarized. The economy is getting dollarized, even though nobody gets their salary in dollars. So,
Same here.
yeah. But here is different. Here with the SRD, you can buy dollars from the cambios or whatnot.
Yeah.
In Cuba, you don't have that possibility because the bank itself doesn't allow you to buy dollars. Here's the thing, the dollars can't come in. It doesn't really matter in what way they do, but they cannot go out. So yeah,
And this is
it's outrageous.
and this is government policy.
Yeah. Everything is owned by the government. Everything is ruled by the government. The way you act, the way you speak, the way you dress, the way you
The way you
walk.
dress, the way you speak.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Imagine that they have agents. Let's say you live in a community with a few neighbors and so, and you don't know which one of those neighbors is an agent for it. It's called the La Seguridad del Estado, like the security forces of the state.
Intel.
Yes,
Yes,
intel.
snitches.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically snitches.
So yeah, you don't know who is and who is not.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful with what you say and who you say it to.
And how you dress?
How you dress as well, because they can basically, because of the way you dress, the way you walk, the way you move, they can just accuse you of. There is a law in Cuba that it's called the danger law, and it's Basically, that the police can put you in jail for literally no reason if they are sure, or they think, or they have the conviction that you might be committing a crime. You're guilty until proven otherwise, and not the other way around. So it's crazy.
But what's the purpose of all this?
Control.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, but no, I mean, years ago when Castro took over, then I don't know the history really in detail, but what what I've what I've perceived is that a lot of people backed him. They believed in him.
Yeah. Because the idea was to create a better country.
And as soon as he got power, he turned
As
on
soon
the
as
system.
as soon as he got power, he did whatever he wanted. So in 1961, they started nationalizing all of the companies. For example, let's say you are a company owner, business owner, you own a restaurant, a store, and it's going well. Nothing can be owned by the private sector. There is no such thing, or at least that was not the case back then.
Communism.
Yeah. So they would literally tell you, hey, you cannot have this because it cannot belong to you. We are going to take over and you're not going to get a penny. So basically, they stole
It's unbelievable.
everything from business owners, from retail store owners, from hotel owners. Havana Libre is a very famous hotel in Cuba. It was Havana Hilton. They took it from the Hilton family.
But okay, they took it over. They run it. They manage it, or they just let the people work and manage it. But
They manage it. There is this company. It's called Gaesa, and it's a company that is run by the military. So that is the company that has the power over all of the hotels in Cuba. So it's like I said, there is no real private sector. At this moment, the economy has been opening up for a few years, but it has been very little the opportunity to create a business. And once this business is going too well, you can get incarcerated because they don't know what your resources are coming from.
no, Linda, really?
Yes.
But how, it's astonishing to me. But okay, how come do the people know their rights?
Yes. But they're afraid.
Okay, just out of curiosity, what's just coming back to the thing about the dress code?
Yeah.
What should I think about? What should you dress in a certain way?
You should
what's
dress
the
in a certain way.
what's the dress code?
Basically, what you would consider decent or appropriate for each occasion, and that, yeah. Let's say a woman goes out at night and she wears this very short dresses that have like no bra or whatnot. She can be accused of prostitution, harassment against the tourism is the crime called. She's
And
not
what's-
doing anything. She's just, let's say, dancing with her friends. But because of the way she's dressed, she can be accused of prostitution and put in jail for 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
For dressing inappropriate.
Yeah.
But do these things. I'm going to check it out now because
can?
I've never really
Go double check the facts.
No. I'm not. I'm not doubting you, but
No. I'm not saying that.
But because I'm thinking if this would appear in the media, you would think that the international community would have to say something about it.
Nobody does anything. In 2021, there were some protests. I think you maybe know about it, or I don't know. It was very well known in the international community. I think over 850,000 people went in the streets. The repression was terrible. They shot at people. They went into people's houses. And that is only because people were claiming their freedom. And this was all over the country. And there are still over 1,000 political prisoners charged, I don't know, for 25 years, 15 years, just because they went out to demand their rights.
And what's the population of Cuba?
Well, it used to be 11 point something million people. At this point, with this migration wave of the last few years, it's gone down to like 9 million people.
2 million people have migrated. But I heard a story about buying bread.
Yeah.
What's the story?
Okay, so there are two ways to buy bread in Cuba. You get a rationing card, and you are entitled to buy one bread per day, one bun. Those little buns, the round ones,
Yeah.
let's say like the burger buns, but with way worse quality, that you're entitled to buy that.
One bun. Is
One
that
per person per day.
per family member?
Yes.
So if you have a family of 5, mother, father, 3 kids,
You get 5 bread. The 5
5
yeah.
buns.
Yeah, 5 buns. Yeah. And the other way is, now that the economy is opening up a little bit, you can buy it from a private vendor or let's say private. A person who does it at home. An entrepreneur, let's say. And you pay for that. Oh, let's put it this way. The dollar at this moment in Cuba is 380 Cuban pesos for $1. You buy bread for like what? $2, $3? And now, let me tell you something. The salary of a doctor. The salary of a doctor doesn't go higher than, back then it was like $40 a month. Now it's like $12 a month with the exchange rate. 12, 15.
But
How do people live? People steal.
that's
Yes.
that's a logical consequence.
Yes.
But how do, because you say there are entrepreneurs and you can buy from them.
Yes.
But are these entrepreneurs favored by the government? Are the
no,
connections?
not really. Actually, some of them, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, if you are my cousin and I am, I don't know, let's say a general, I have a big military rank, my cousin can have a business and he's not going to get as checked as, for example, the regular guy from the corner. Right? So those people, yeah, those are favored by the government. But the regular people who save their money, they probably sold a house, they received money from their families from America, because we have a lot of people in America too. The population of Cubans in America is about 2.5 million people. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's only in America.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's only in America. And let's say you have a family member in America and you're like struggling and stuff, and that family member goes like, okay, open a little business, try to make it better, right? So they get money from them. They get money from basically the whole expat community.
Yeah.
And that's how they open their businesses. Because if you're going to plan to open a business with the salary that you make, that's impossible.
But so, let me get this straight. So basically, you can open a business if somehow, some way you have the money for you to be able to open a
Yeah.
business,
But you need to justify that money.
you have, yes, of course. But when you receive the money from family members in the US, living in the US, then it's justified.
Yeah.
Then it's justified.
Then it's justified.
But when, on the other hand, when your business does too well, then there are also repercussions, possibly,
Yes.
when they suspect malpractice or no, not malpractice,
Yeah.
you know,
Money laundering or whatever. Yeah. When they suspect whatever they think they may suspect. Oh, or for example, if you're too active on social media and you say a lot of things in social media, like I was, then you can get investigated.
where did you say that, while you were living in Cuba?
Oh yeah, while I was in Cuba.
Really?
Yeah.
Under
I got
these
fed
circum-
up.
Under these circumstances, you started.
What was I gonna do?
You got a lot of spunk.
Well, yeah.
What?
What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to shut up and take it?
But what about the consequences?
Well, at that point, I was so desperate that I didn't care about the consequences.
But you're here now, so how did you end up from Cuba and here under
Oh, that's a funny story. So I was gonna go to Russia first. But because of the war between Ukraine and Russia, I ended up not being able to go. I lost a lot of money. And I started searching for possibilities. And Suriname came up as a possibility because it was a very easy country to enter. I only had to, seriously. No, I'm serious. I didn't need a visa. Hey, listen, Cubans are not wanted anywhere in the world. We have one of the weakest passports in the world. So yeah, Suriname was offering the possibility that we could come in, and we only had to pay $25 for the tourist
A tourist visa.
Yes.
The entry fee, I think.
entry voucher or whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we did.
So,
We sold a house. We sold 2 motorcycles. Oh, vehicles in Cuba are
yeah.
extremely expensive. We sold 2 motorcycles. We sold the things from inside the house. I don't know, the fridge, the washing machine, and we came, my whole family.
But just out of curiosity, to who did you sell it to?
To other Cubans
With
that-
money.
with family in the United States. It was a young couple with a kid, but their whole family was in the United States.
Yeah.
So they bought them a house because they were like newlyweds with a kid and whatnot.
Okay, but if the government is oppressing the Cubans like this, but it's not a problem for Cubans to leave the country.
Well, it depends. It used to be a problem. We were not allowed to leave the country. We needed to get a permission from the government to leave the country, but that changed. I don't know if it was in 2017, 2018 or something like that, that the government decided that they couldn't handle so many of us, apparently. And they were like, okay, let's allow you guys to go as tourists.
Couldn't handle you.
Yeah, it was like we were too many.
Too many for what? It
Too many
seems like-
trying to get out.
Because before that,
We were not allowed.
and people fled the country.
And in rafts and boats and so. I thought about it.
Jesus.
I honestly thought about it so many times. I was going to do it during COVID. But here's the thing. If you get caught by the Cuban authorities, you can get charged as well for trying to leave the country, trying to escape. I don't know exactly what the name of the charges is, but yeah, you can get charged. You get questioned, you get interrogated. Why did you try to leave? Are you trying to smuggle people and
Why
whatnot?
are you trying to leave? Really?
They ask. They ask because for the international community, Cuba is a paradise. And it's definitely not. Now, people are realizing that the situation of the Cubans is just terrible. And people are starting to pay more attention to what's happening in Cuba. Because before social media, before we were able to share what was going on in Cuba, there was no way for people outside of Cuba to know. So that's why a lot of people still have that image of the perfect communist society.
But what, did something happen to you after you know,
A lot happened to me. So where do you want me to start?
I don't know. You said some things on social media.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
they-
So
what
here's the
happened?
thing. I realized that I didn't have a future in Cuba. I didn't have opportunities. I didn't have a good job. I mean, I did have a good job, but it was not enough. And every penny you make outside your job, you're risking your skin because you're risking it to get caught and put in jail. So any side hustle, any little thing that you try to do, you are risking yourself. You're putting yourself at risk. So I realized that there was nothing there for me. And I stopped caring about what could happen if I were to get caught. And I started expressing what I was feeling. So I got investigated. The police started stalking me. The snitches in my neighborhood started stalking me. My family had issues. And that's when I decided that I needed to flee or I was going to go to jail.
But what do you mean by stalking exactly?
Literally going home and asking where I was or what I was doing or who I was with. And these notifications, written notifications as to you have to go to the police station for interrogation. Why? The police officer is like, I don't know. I'm just following orders.
Did you go?
No.
And they didn't come to pick you up or anything?
I mean, they give you a little,
Leeway.
yeah, so you can continue and they have more evidence against you. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not taking this risk. Let's fly off and see what happens in a new country because this is not going to be it.
So you said that a lot of people think that for the tourists that Cuba is paradise. So if I were to go to Cuba as a tourist,
Right now,
What
you
would I
would
see?
see a little bit of the reality. Because with the power cuts and the situation of the oil in Cuba, even the hotels are getting affected. Let's say you rent a room in a 5-star resort, right? There, you're going to have all types of food, all types of drinks, very good attention, and so and so and so.
no power cuts.
The moment you step out of the hotel, you're going to see the real Cuba. And it's sad because, I mean, imagine having a baby in that situation. Imagine being an old person. You have no fan. The mosquitoes are eating you. The heat in Cuba is killing you. And there's nothing you can do about it. People are protesting almost every day.
But it's a little shocking to me. I have to process this because it's the first time I heard about this, and
Oh
I
my
didn't know
goodness.
it was this bad.
It is. It is. It's actually worse. Ah, with the power cuts come the lack of running water.
Yes, of course, because yeah, okay.
Exactly. No running water and no gas. So people have had to start using wood and fire to cook. So
And the
they're
only
going back to the caves.
purpose of what you say is just pure control.
Pure control.
You know, Linda, I've been advocating for this for I think some 10 years now in this country because I do not believe in the government system as the way it exists purely because of this of what you're telling me because it's all arbitrary and it depends on who is sitting at the top and who decides what because this can also happen in Suriname because
That's
of
what
the
I was
structure.
afraid during the elections.
That's
I was
no,
like, let's hope that Suriname picks the right person. I'm not going to talk about the result of the elections because it is not something that actually concerns me. I cannot
yeah,
even vote
yeah.
as yet. But I was like, okay, let's please choose someone that is not going to make Suriname into Cuba.
No, but I don't think maybe Venezuela.
Venezuela,
With
Venezuela has been worse than Cuba
yeah,
at certain points.
yeah, because of the oil and gas fever now.
Oil and gas
Everyone is
fever. Everyone wants a little piece of that pie.
a big piece. How bigger the piece,
Well,
better.
yeah. I mean, the bigger you can buy it.
Yeah. So, if I want to go as a tourist to Cuba, for me it would be the best choice to go to a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
Everything outside 3, 4,
No.
it's a risk.
You're going to get power cuts. Sometimes even at the 5-star hotels. See, this thing that happened during COVID was really frustrating. Just during COVID, they were saying that there was no money to buy, for example, to import food and whatnot. So that's why the food, you had to line up for food for hours and hours. And I don't know how much they spent, but they built 2 extremely expensive hotels in the center of Havana during COVID. And people were like, okay, but if you don't have money to import food, why are you building hotels? If no one's gonna come, we're during COVID. But they did it anyway.
But with this, with all these kinds of policies, do they even explain?
No.
I mean, you don't need to explain
No.
when you exert this type of power, right? You just
They
do what you
pretend
want.
like they explain. They give
But
this
why?
crazy random whatever explanations that at the end of the day, what it means is we're gonna do whatever we want, and you have like no saying.
Yes, of course. So when I hear all this, I feel really blessed in Suriname
Me too.
because
You
we don't
guys
have
don't
this.
know what you have. I say it
No.
every single time I speak about this subject. You guys have no idea
No.
how blessed you are. You don't have this huge infrastructure or, I don't know, this huge economical power, but at least you guys have freedom
Yes.
and you don't know it. This time last Sunday was my first presidential election ever. I'm going to be 30 in February. In Cuba, we don't have presidential elections.
I was going to ask that.
That does not exist.
It's just one. It's just one regime.
It's one party. And at the end of the day, between the big people at that party, they decide what's going to happen. It's not like there's the opposition and somebody else. No, 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 no. That is the Cuban Communist Party, and that's it. That's about it. There's no more.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So a lot of people ask, why do we come to Suriname?
It's obvious, isn't it?
Bro, you're free. You have no idea what you guys have. You guys are blessed. And besides, you have such a beautiful country. You have such nature and natural resources and beautiful landscapes. You guys don't appreciate this kind of things. From the outsider's perspective, you guys are wasting time.
And money, and and resources. That's true. That's true. But Linda, I think this is it's relative because I went to Curitiba a couple of months ago, Brazil, and it's a very different city. You cannot compare it to Belém. It's very different. The level of advancement, the way the economy is thriving, it's a whole other level.
Oh yeah.
I experienced something there. I tell a lot of people about this. I was walking downtown. It's very
Huge.
very high end, and very often you see a homeless person or somebody that's poor. It's very, very often. And there was a woman in the street begging, and she had a little girl with her. And they have a system of begging. She's telling her life story, and at the end, okay, if you want to donate, you can pay in cash, Pix, or credit card.
Yeah.
And then she has the machine. Can you imagine a beggar walking with a credit card
Well,
machine?
listen, I mean, from my experience, and I have a lot of people in Brazil, people barely walk with cash. So that's actually smart.
Yeah, but I was there and I talked to some people and they were complaining about the medical care there.
Oh yeah.
They were complaining about public transport. They were complaining about, a couple of things. And all I was thinking about, you should come for a week to Suriname because the medical care here, you spend hours waiting. But it's all relative because when I listen to you, then I think,
You should
hey,
go for a week to Cuba
yeah.
to live with a Cuban salary.
Exactly.
There's always someone
Yeah.
that's in a worse situation than yours.
Yes, of course.
So yeah,
yes.
no, I mean, I think we should do the opposite. We shouldn't look down to the people that are worse than us, in a worse situation than us. We should look up to the people who
How
are
can it
in
be
a
better?
better situation.
How can it be better?
Because if you look down, you're gonna be, how do I say this? You're gonna be okay with what's happening to you because, okay, someone is just worse than me. But if I look at Elon Musk and I see the fortune that he has and the empire he has created as a poor kid, I go like, oh, but that could happen to me.
But don't you think? No, I think it has. I think it might go both ways because I've listened to you, and I really appreciate Suriname now a lot more. So it depends.
Of course, you need to learn from people's experiences.
Yeah, it depends. But you always. But at the same time, what you're saying, you should always try for more or better.
Yeah.
That's a given, because here it's true we have nature, It's a beautiful country, but the mindset of the people overall is not very constructive.
I think the government should invest more in when it comes to education.
Then the government should have that mindset.
Yes.
And that's the problem. We have a mindset problem. We have a maintenance problem. You know, we start with things, but we don't finish it. We don't maintain these things. So we have other problems here, and we all know that it can be better also. You know, but I'm glad it's not like Cuba or
Oh, no.
Venezuela.
Oh no.
But sometimes we, not we, I can't speak for everyone, but sometimes I get a little scared when I see what's happening, you know, with the multinationals here, with oil and gas, because this will create a gap,
It will.
you know, and things will be better for some people, but things will also be worse for others.
When you think about it, when the economy grows, it grows for everybody.
I don't know.
Yeah, it does. Because let's say I have a little business, a teeny weeny barber shop, let's say.
Yeah.
If my neighbor who has, I don't know, a restaurant, it's better, okay, it's bigger. If he's getting clients, if he's getting, for example, let's say the engineers from the oil and gas come to his business to spend the money at his restaurant, and then he comes to my barber shop to get a haircut, indirectly, I'm getting money from the oil and gas.
That's true, but you know, the reality of Suriname is that you have a group of people who do not like to work, and
Like
that's
everywhere.
yeah. But then you can say, in one hand, yeah, this is their problem, this is their lookout, and I mean, you're an adult, you should know, you know, what you do. But the consequences, because of that type of mindset, when the gap widens, these group of people might become more aggressive
Yes.
because they start to rob, you know, and it's just it's not only that, it's just a whole other type of game because of what I do, I get a lot of information, but I'm very careful with information because you never know what's true. But at that level, things are also happening, of what I've been told, that may not benefit this country. Because if you look at other countries, everywhere where you see that oil and gas has started, ultimately it does not really benefit the country itself. It benefits the government, the connections, you know, the people that are connected to government,
Yeah.
but not really the society.
But what are you going to do? You're not going to take the chance?
If I do say
Like,
so myself,
if-
I'm one of the strong ones, so I'm not worried about me, myself. But you know, others, it may affect my
Others-
surroundings.
This is going to sound terrible, but others should worry about
Themselves. No, but it will affect my surroundings also.
Obviously.
That's what I'm talking
obviously,
about.
But that's why the government needs to invest in better security.
Yeah.
And the security companies are going to be extremely happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, you know, because I've been looking at the recent formation, and I don't know. That's a whole other conversation. That's not. People here know how I think about it, but that I won't bother you with that.
No, but yeah, it's interesting though, because you know what? I have received a lot of, or I've read, not received, because it hasn't been against me per se. I've read a lot of hate comments against the Cuban community.
Here in Suriname.
Yes.
Yes? Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
So I've read a lot of hate comments, and it makes me angry because, okay, let's say this people who comment this kind of things, they still believe that Cuba is that communist paradise, and they don't understand why we're coming here.
What kinds of things are they saying?
Oh my
Generally.
God, you should
Generally,
all go
generally.
back to your country.
Why? Why are they saying that?
I don't know.
Linda, let me tell you something about my fellow Surinamese people. they, it's not all of them. It's a group
No,
of
no, no,
them.
no. I know.
And most of the time, these Surinamese people that say that, and these people, they get mad at me also because I say it publicly. They were complaining about the Brazilians here also. Yeah, they're taking our gold, they're this, that, all the money is going back to Brazil. Okay, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But then I asked them publicly, you're complaining about the Brazilians, but are you willing to take the risk
To go into
to
the
go
bush.
there, to go into the bush, to risk your health, to risk your safety? Are you willing to dig day and night looking for gold? Are you willing to do that? If not, shut the fuck. Oh, sorry. If not, shut up. Yeah, I'm not allowed to cuss in my own show. If you're not willing to do that, shut up and mind your own business because they are willing to do that.
Yeah.
And same thing goes for the Cubans.
Yeah.
You have Surinamese here. They are complaining. They are not willing to work. Cubans come here. Within a year, they have maybe a car or
Motorcycle.
or a motorcycle or something. They are working. They are earning money.
They're sending money back to
There's
Cuba.
how is that possible? You have been living here your whole life. Then you want them to go back, but you know what I'm saying. So
I know. That
these
is exactly my point.
yeah. So these people that are complaining about the Cubans,
So
wouldn't pay them
I
anymore.
said something to someone on Facebook. I was like, okay, let's say all of the immigrants leave Suriname permanently. Who's gonna do their jobs? Who? Because I barely see any local people working on these huge construction sites.
No, you have listen.
You have some,
No,
but
have,
the most you see are immigrants.
no. The thing is, Surinamese people, they are doing the jobs. The difference is most of the time when you work with a Haitian or a Cuban, the difference with a Surinamese is that the Cuban and a Haitian, most of the time, almost all the time, they come on time, they shut up, they do the work, and that's it. Surinamese is late. When he comes at the job, he has to eat first, then he has to look at his phone. The next day he has bellyache, or his aunt has a problem, or his dog is sick. Every time there's a problem. A lot of friends of mine who do business, and we ourselves also, we prefer to work with Haitians or Cubans just because of the work ethic. So Surinamese, they work, but they don't work. Understand? And then they start to complain when the Cubans get the job, when the Haitians get the job. But you should do the work.
Exactly.
You know, it's not that hard. Come on time and work.
Yeah. I was thinking the same. I don't want to throw hate at Suriname because it's been the country that's given me the opportunity to live my life as a human being. In Cuba, I was surviving. Here, I'm living. Even though I don't have everything I want as yet, I have the opportunity to live. So my goal is not to throw hate at Suriname people. My goal is for them to understand that nobody comes here to steal their jobs. People come here because they're trying to make a better living. And if you are not taking that job because you don't want to do it, it's fine by us. We'll do it
Yeah.
gladly. Because I've seen doctors, engineers, teachers working at construction sites.
Yeah.
I have seen them, I know them. So it doesn't really matter what you graduated, what you studied. As long as you can have a decent job to feed your family here and to feed your family in Cuba. So that is the difference. Nobody here is aspiring to be a president or general manager or whatever. People are trying to survive. People are trying to live like human beings. And that's what I want people to understand.
So,
Nobody comes here to steal anything. We come here to live.
yeah, I understand. But, Linda, um, I hope you're satisfied with the opportunity, so that
Oh, yeah.
you can, but just to, how can I say it? Just to soften it a bit, you'll always have people who will,
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
always have something to say. And me personally, I don't believe in stealing jobs from this. It's really this group of people that thinks this way, because if they have the job, like I said, they themselves don't really work at it. So it's logical that someone else wants. So, but I understand. I understand that it's not really, how do you say this? It doesn't give a good feeling to read these types of comments, of course.
Like, I'm going to say, I just said this, but the same way I'm saying this,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you now the opposite. I've had a lot of people from here, from Suriname, saying what you are just saying, seeing it from another point of view.
Yeah.
And honestly, the best job opportunities, the best work relationships that I have had here in Suriname are with local people.
Yeah.
So I've worked with Brazilians, Turkish, you name it. And the best working relationships, the best friendships are with local people,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
No, but that's what I said. It's a group of Surinamese
Yeah.
that think this way, act this way. But you have another. That,
It's not like everybody thinks this way, and I understand that part,
course
and
not.
I obviously get it. But for that group of people, because I know some of them will see this, for that group of people, I just want them to understand what's going on, because most of these opinions come from lack of knowledge, lack of information. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put the information out there. So with this base of knowledge and this base of information, you can check everything I've said. With this knowledge, you can make yourself an opinion, a new opinion. Because when you don't know, your opinion might lack. Your opinion might not be correct, even though it's your opinion.
yeah, but there's also a lack of empathy some
True.
of the time. So no, but it's very impressive. But because what type of work do you do here in Suriname?
So now I'm working for a company that is called Acera Business Services. I'm the account executive of the company, so I do the relationships with the clients. What we are basically doing is that we are incorporating companies that come from outside of Suriname here in the country. When it comes to legal incorporations, registrations, I don't know, we solve a lot of problems for them. So they don't have to go through the hassle because we have a partnership with lawyers and they do the legal job. And what we do is that we are trying to take the hassle of bringing your company into Suriname, and we put the hassle on us. So you don't have to do anything.
Okay, so basically, okay, I get it. So let's say I'm from another country, I want to set up shop here in Suriname. Then I contact you guys. You guys go after the permits.
Yeah.
You explain to me the legal ins and outs, the taxes, everything, and then you help me set up shop. I come here,
Yes.
and I can start running
Yeah.
the business. Like, oh, that's a very nice thing. That's a very good thing.
Yeah, it is a new company. We are just starting,
Yeah.
but it's a very welcoming place. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, yo, I fit here. I feel like I belong. And that doesn't really happen in every workplace. So yeah, I'm very happy to be working there.
Is it a Surinamese company?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. It's a Surinamese company. Okay, it's nice. And but do you guys don't have any challenges with this work? I mean, like
Oh, there are challenges every
opening a
single
bank
day.
account here. That's one of the
You
biggest
know
issues.
that it is. I cannot share specific
No,
details,
of course,
obviously,
of
but
course, of course.
yeah, we face challenges every single day. And working with clients, it is challenging because you need to deal with that person's character and you need to fix your mood because sometimes you're not in a good mood. But you need to weigh the two things. So if I treat this person bad, I'm not gonna get the contract.
Professionalism.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's challenging. It is, but it keeps my brain awake. I told you I'm addicted to learning. So yeah, and the relationship with people from other cultures, people from other nationalities, it's something that it's always been very interesting to me.
Yeah. Okay. So Linda, I just got a hint. That
We're out of time.
yeah, our time's up. But I don't know if you feel like you have a message, an extra message. I will give you.
Learn as much as you can. You don't know what the knowledge is gonna be necessary for in the future. That's it.
That's it. Okay. Then I wish you all the best, Linda.
Oh,
and,
it was a pleasure.
I will invite you again.
Oh, thanks.
Yes,
I
and
think,
then,
yeah, I think there are things that we still haven't touched.
Yeah. I guess a few things. But I wish you all the best. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Okay, welcome.